All right, today we're going to do some more geometry. We're going to talk about polygons and then some perimeters and areas and things like that. This is all just a review of high school geometry, most of it. We're first going to talk about what a polygon is. A polygon is a multi-sided closed shape. Okay, that's simple. Multi-sided. So this is a polygon. Assuming those are all straight lines, which they're not perfect, but you get the idea. That's a polygon. Okay? A regular polygon is a multi-sided closed shape where all side lengths are equal. So that's a regular polygon. So regular. So here's a picture of all of the regular polygons that we would normally use in this class. Okay, so here are the different types of regular polygons. Obviously, this is an equilateral triangle. Okay, quadrilateral, 4 sides, pentagon, 5 sides. These are all the regular versions of these, meaning all the side lengths are the same. We can have a non-regular version. We're going to spend a lot of time on quadrilaterals in this section and in general. And here's all the different types of quadrilateral we can have. This is obviously a regular quadrilateral, which is called a square, where all side lengths are the same. Here's all the different types of the quadrilaterals that we're going to use in here. Obviously, here's the square, which we already addressed right here. And then we have what's called a parallelogram, the first one. And that is where these opposite sides here are parallel. The purple ones are parallel and the orange ones are parallel. And actually these sides are the same length, and then these two orange ones are the same length too. Okay, so that's called a parallelogram. And then a rhombus is basically a parallelogram where all the side lengths are this equal. So it's like a square that's tilted or slanted. And then a rectangle, obviously opposing sides are equal, but not all 4 sides are the same. And then of course a trapezoid looks like this. It doesn't have to look like that. It just means that one pair of sides is parallel, okay? So a trapezoid could actually look like this as well. Just drawing it really small here. That's also a trapezoid, although those lines aren't perfectly straight. You get the idea. Or as long as there's 2 parallel lines there, it's considered a trapezoid. You could also have a trapezoid that's kind of got a slant like that, and then a bigger slant like that. That's a trapezoid as well. Okay, so these are the different terminologies for these different things: parallelogram, rhombus, rectangle, square, and trapezoid. Okay. Okay, here's some other facts we're going to use and definitions. So first of all, let's talk about the perimeter. The perimeter of a polygon is the sum of the lengths of its sides. Okay? Simple definition. So if I have some regular polygon here, like that, and this is 8, 4, 6, 5, and 2, then the perimeter of that polygon is the sum of those. 8 plus 4 plus 6 plus 5 plus 2, which in this case 12, 18, 23, 25. 25 units. And we use the word unit. If they don't give us inches or centimeters or feet, we just use the terminology units. Okay? So that's the first fact. Let's do another fact. Here's another fact. The sum of the measures of the angles of a polygon with n sides is n minus 2 times 180. So for example, if I have I'm going to draw a random five-sided figure right there. Okay? So if I added up all these angles, let's call them angles 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The sum of those angles, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, well, sorry, I should have wrote that another way. So angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2 plus the measure of angle 3 plus the measure of angle 4 plus the measure of angle 5 equals n minus 2, which is the number of sides is 5, minus 2 times 180, which would be 3 times 180, which is 540 degrees. So that's how you find the sum of the measures of the angles in a polygon. We're going to use that for some problems in the problem set in a couple minutes. So for a four-sided figure, we would expect that any four-sided figure, so for four-sided, so a quadrilateral, okay, it'd be 4 minus 2 times 180, which is 360. So quadrilateral, the angles in a quadrilateral add up to 360. If you did a triangle, you'd put a 3 in here, so I'd get 3 minus 2, which is 1 times 180, which is 180. We already knew that a triangle, the sum of the angles was 180. Five-sided, we already figured out just a minute ago, would be 540, and then of course we're just going to add 180 each time for six-sided. If I add 180 to that, I get 720 degrees, and so on and so forth. Okay? Let's do some problems. We have all the data we need, or the information we need to do some problems. Okay, let's do a problem from the homework. We'll do the evens here. We're going to do 6, 8, and 10 here. Okay? Which of these quadrilaterals have sides of equal length that meet at a vertex? Name these quadrilaterals. So, which of these quadrilaterals have sides of equal length that meet at a vertex? Okay, so meaning like these are two that have equal length and meet at that vertex right there. Okay, so that one would apply. So looks like A and B both apply. So for 6, it'd be A and B. I don't think any of these other ones have equal sides meet at a vertex. Because if I look at each of these vertex, there's no equal sides that meet at them. So it'd just be A and B for that one. How about this one? Which of these quadrilaterals do not have four sides of equal length? Do not have four sides of equal length. Well, A and B do. C, D, and E do not. They have sides of all equal length. Number 10. Which of these quadrilaterals are a regular polygon? Name these. Okay, so I haven't named these. We'll go back into them in a minute. But regular polygon means all side lengths are the same. So it looks like A and B are those. Okay, well, A, let's name all these for a minute. This is a square. This is a rhombus because it has all four sides are equal, and but it doesn't make right angles. This is a trapezoid. This looks like a rectangle. And this is a parallelogram. Okay. Let's go on to the next problem. Okay, the directions would say find the perimeter. This is super duper easy. Just add up all those numbers. 5 plus 17 plus 14 plus 4 plus 9 plus 13. So this equals 62, and it's inches, and use the units for perimeter in this one because it's inches. Okay, these are really pretty easy problems. Okay, let's do the next two that involve angles. So they want me to find A and B in both of these pictures. So let's start with number 30. So first of all, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. Okay, so the sum of the angle, all the angles in that add up to n minus 2 times 180, which would be 6 minus 2 times 180, which is 4 times 180, which is 720. Okay, we're going to assume that this is a regular polygon because I think the directions did say it was a regular polygon. So that means that every one of these angles is equal. Okay, so that means that all these are equal angles. So basically, since there's 6 of them, I would just take 720 divided by 6 should be A. So that means that A is 120 degrees. Okay, so far I have A. And then B, okay, erasing all this cluttered mess, wouldn't you agree that A and B have to add up to 180 because they make this line? Okay, they're supplemental angles, so that means that B must be 180 minus 120, which is 60 degrees. Okay, there's that one. We know in this next one that all 4 of these angles have to add up to get 360 because we already established before this is a quadrilateral, so the sum of the angles is 360, and minus 2 times 180, and there's 4 sides. So basically, that means that if I take, and these are both right angles, these two right here are both right angles, right? So that means if I just take that 360 and subtract off 90 and 90 for these two, and then subtract off 42 for that one, that should give me what A equals, which is 138 degrees. Okay, so that's A. And then to find B, these are supplemental angles because they make this line, so they add up to 180. So I just got to take B is 180 minus 138. Which is 42. There you go. That should get you ready for this section. And that should be all.